witness and ask your Honourable Chair to administer the oath.
Chair.
Honourable Malema.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. And good morning, colleagues and General. I don't understand on which basis do you want General Mkhwanazi to take an oath? Because before us, we have no statement of General Mkhwanazi. We have a supplementary statement. Supplementing what? Because he must first depose to us a statement, and if there is anything to be supplemented, it should be done so. The statement we have is a statement he disposed to the Commission. We have said to this legal team here, time and again, that we are not a junior committee of the Commission. There is no statement of General Mkhwanazi before us. There is a statement of General Mkhwanazi to the Commission. And therefore, in the absence of his statement to the ad hoc committee of Parliament, on which basis do you want him to take an oath? You should know, Chair, that a supplementary statement should be supplementing the original affidavit, if you wish to say so. There is no such. And therefore, General Mkhwanazi is not proper before us. And this legal team has failed us because in the deliberation, we made it very clear, if colleagues are honest with each other, we repeatedly said we cannot use the statement of the Commission. We are not a junior of the Commission. We have nothing to do with what the Commission is doing. We are a Parliament, a Committee of Parliament. Now you want to use a material that is being used and sourced by a commission established by the executive in this separate arm of the state. It is wrong, it is unconstitutional. We have to do things properly. And the proper way is, there must be an original statement to us as an ad hoc committee. And if they so wish to be a supplementary statement, let it be. I even said, it doesn't matter, Chair, in that meeting. I said, we can even say to General Mkhwanazi, the first pages of that commission statement, where the statement is directed to a commission, they can be amended to say the ad hoc committee of Parliament. And we have something that is directed to us, which will become our property, which will go into the archives of Parliament as General Mkhwanazi's statement to Parliament. In the history of this Parliament, when our children and grandchildren and children of children are going to be looking for General Mkhwanazi's statement to Parliament, they won't find it in the archives. So it's not proper before us. And the legal team is to be blamed, not himself. Thanks.
And then when we come to the proceedings, we then say, this witness who is appearing before us has also appeared elsewhere. Your statement as the ad hoc committee is this one, but for ease of understanding, there is this other statement which you would have deposited elsewhere for the interest of members. You can also read it. It's not compulsory. But if you want to enrich your understanding, you can also read this other statement. That is what the honorable member wants to know. And his problem is that the word supplementary is used when this statement is supposed to be an original statement before Parliament, because it is not a document of another arm of government. It's a document of this arm of government, which is Parliament. So what we then have to understand between yourself and General Mkhwanazi is the ownership of this document. That this is the document which I myself as General Mkhwanazi had deposited before you as Parliament. And for the purpose of these proceedings, I can confirm that, yes, this is the statement I made with yourselves. If there is any other statement made elsewhere, you can also go through it. It's available. But for the purpose of these proceedings, I confirm that the document before you is the document that I deposited with yourselves. Can we have that understanding?
Well, there's no better person to answer that, Honorable Chair, than General Mkhwanazi himself. He can. Hence, I asked you if you to administer the oath. I will ask him whether this is an original statement that is made to this body.
Yes, let me take the hands. Before I take you, Oscar, let me go back to Honorable Malema, because he's the one who raised this point. He may want to make follow-ups, and then the list will be in this order. It will be Honorable Malema, it will be Honorable Skosana, Honorable Nomvalo, Honorable Ngola, and then Honorable Mwango.
No, thanks, Chair. I think the evidence leader, and this is so unfair on General Mkhwanazi. If we had a way, we should have just asked him to step out so that we can debate this. The senior counsel can't say that. Can't say the first statement to us is supplementary statement. That coming from a senior counsel. That the first statement you make is called supplementary statement. What law are you teaching people? It's unacceptable, and we can't help them, Chair, to cure it here in front of cameras. He has to go back and do the right thing. Because even if General Mkhwanazi says, this is my statement to Parliament, but what is written on this thing is supplementary statement. You can't change it. It's here before us. You are going to call General Mkhwanazi before this committee without an original statement. Where have you ever had a situation where you are told the first statement to be disposed is supplementary statement? If we're to ask the senior counsel, where's the original statement? He won't produce it. So if this is the original statement, let it be, let them go and correct it. So it serves here properly. And then we all proceed. And what makes it painful is that it doesn't matter whether colleagues want to do whatever they want to do. We debated this matter many times in this committee and emphasized that General Mkhwanazi will have to dispose a statement to the committee, even if it means cut and paste, as long as there is an original statement to the committee. So that answer doesn't even, General Mkhwanazi doesn't get involved anywhere. He was called, he was asked questions, he was being helped by evidence leaders on how these things can be done. So to invite him now and say, is this an original statement or not? It's incorrect. He gave them what they asked him to give them. If they were not satisfied, they were supposed to come back to us. Now, the legal team does exactly what we want when we appointed the legal team. That there's no legal team which is going to take decisions on behalf of this committee. Now he goes and takes a decision that a supplementary statement will be an original statement and brings it here and embarrass us in front of cameras like we are a group of people who don't know anything. He says General Mkhwanazi took an oath at Madlanga Commission, and therefore, because he took an oath at Madlanga Commission, because we do what Madlanga has done, why should he take an oath here? If that's how it works. He disposed the statement at Madlanga. His statement at Madlanga is the statement before us. We must accept that. We must also accept Madlanga's oath. Going to take an oath twice on the same statement. On the same statement. There's no law that says that. I might not be a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker.
Let's do like this so that I have listened to what you have said, and you are very right. The two institutions are separate. Every document that comes here before Parliament must be an original document before the eyes of Parliament. But maybe what we must do is that before we adjourn to correct the typo, I'm going to ask respectfully General Mkhwanazi to confirm that the statement that has been made. I know that procedure.
On a point of order, Chair. On a point of order.
Yeah, can I finish what I'm saying? So
on a point of order, Chair.
When you call the point of order,
it's on a point of order. We are about to mess up. On a point of order.
Okay, point of order taken.
There is no General Mkhwanazi before this committee. He's not here until we've satisfied his appearance before us. It is procedurally wrong. Because once you talk to him, the first thing he must do, the first step he must do is to take an oath. Is to take an oath. Then, only then, he's before us. In the absence of the oath, let's release him. He's not part of this mess. He's a witness called to come before us after he was told he met all the requirements. You can't ask him anything. The only time we are going to interact with him, because if you ask him something, I'm also bound to ask him something, because me and you enjoy the same rights. And then the whole house is going to start asking him questions. He has not administered an oath of, has not taken an oath. So please, Chair, we are all agreed. Let's release him. And I don't know if 15 minutes is realistic, because he's going to take up issues with the legal team as well when they arrive there. So I don't know, but to engage General Mkhwanazi is actually out of order, because he's not before us. He has to first take, he's not a member of parliament. He has to first take an oath, and then from there we can engage him.
Yeah, no, that is a valid point, honorable member, and I 100% agree with you that he is not properly appearing before us. And before we ask him any question, he must have taken an oath with us. And I will stand by your advice, because I wanted to save, and I understand that procedurally I would have been wrong, so that we must know whether we are going to proceed or we are not going to proceed. Because for us to proceed is only if we can know whether what is contained in this document that is before us is what he's going to agree with. That yes, this is what I deposited before you. And then the corrections which are made must be made, and then we reconvene and proceed. But for now, I agree with Honorable Malema that we will not be able to ask him any question until he has taken a statement with us. So we are going to break now. We are going to break senior council and determine whether the mistakes that are on the document are correctable. Yes. Let me take senior counsel, Honorable Mkhwanazi.
If I may just remind the honourable members of the events leading up to this hearing.